Hi everybody. I'm gonna make a green smoothie, but before I do, I have a little story to tell you. I've been doing this green smoothie for 2 years straight, every single morning. And people along the road over this last 2 years have been asking me what's in it. So I decided rather than go through the whole thing, the litany of all the ingredients, I'm just gonna do it on a video and throw it up there, and I'll send you a link. So when people ask me, I'll send the link. Now, I have experienced a lot of benefits from this smoothie, I believe. My skin, I've had things that I had for years clear up all of a sudden. Fabulous green smoothie, and I want to dedicate how I got this thing was through two people primarily, and that's Dan McDonald, the Life Regenerator, and Lou Corona, his mentor. So I've stolen what they do in their videos, and there are hundreds of videos that I've watched, and I've condensed it into my own personal green smoothie that is just incredible. So here we go, and there's a whole routine to this, and we're going to try to keep it with some interest going. 2 bananas, 2 ripe bananas. You can see the sugar spots are good. You don't want them to be green. 2 ripe bananas. From there, you want 2 organic medjool dates, however you pronounce it. Pitted, so you got to take the pit out. You don't want the pit in there. Into the blender. Take the pit out. Into the blender. Okay. Next ingredient. Little sprinkled cinnamon, organic cinnamon from Trader Joe's. Sprinkle just enough to just kind of cover it. Next, now this is something I got from one of the Lou Corona videos with Dan McDonald in it, and that is something known as nutritional essentials, and this is vanilla.
See the front.
Can you zoom in on that?
Yeah.
Really smells good. I'll just read you a little bit about what this is. If I can see it here, I'm concentrated. It's got 22 essential, non-essential amino acids, as well as a full complement of essential fatty acids. This is great, great stuff. That's all I can tell you. And it's got a nice aroma, a nice vanilla taste, so I like this thing to taste good, so I put a good heaping tablespoon in, I mean. Nutritional essentials. This is a multi-level deal, and Dan McDonald, I'm in your downline. Just want you to know that. I'm a big fan of this stuff, I use it. Next, these are the dry ingredients. I'll get to the liquid in a second. This is one of my favorite parts, the habanero pepper. This is a very spicy pepper, maybe the hottest pepper in the world. It's not, my son's shaking his head. There's a hotter pepper than this.
Yeah.
The ghost pepper.
Yeah.
But in any case, in the words of Lou Corona, anti-aging. This is an anti-aging pepper. That's what this does. And peppers are good for you. But I'm going to caution you, you have to put a little bit of a disclaimer. You got to be very careful with this pepper. I can do about half, which I'm going to do right now, and drop it in. This is a lot.
Oh, wait, let's see the inside. Let's see the inside of the pepper.
And there's little seeds in there too.
Yeah, well, that's where
the one closest to the stem is probably going to be the hotter one, but some of them are hotter than others, depending on how you get them. But this is what I'm using for this one. But it's very important. Now, if you don't use this, you can use a jalapeno pepper, which is also a great pepper to use. And if you don't want to use that, and you want to sprinkle some cayenne in there, you can do that too. But I like spice, so I put the habanero in. All the ingredients are raw. I don't use any dairy in any of these smoothies because they form mucus, and I just don't use any of that. So this is the dry part of it. Now the liquid. You got to have a good liquid base. I use a young Thai coconut, and I crack it open every morning with this hatchet. And when I do, a lot of the time the as I do this, some of the water spurts out, so I think we need to go over and do this by the sink, okay? So yeah, grab the blender, and I'm going to take it over here to the sink, and I'm going to crack open with this hatchet. Now you got to be careful here. I've never had a problem, but just with the edge, the bottom edge, I just want to just crack around till I get like a little cap that I can press off, and then I pop the top, and you can see there's great white meat in this one. So the first thing I do is I take my blender and I take a strainer, put the strainer in, and strain the water, because you don't want any of the coconut water and any of the pieces of the coconut in there. You just want nice pristine water. So there you've got your mixture to start with. And I just set that to the side for now. Put my strainer back in, and then I take something known as a coconut buddy. This is my coconut buddy. And I just take the cap, which has a nice sort of layer of white coconut meat. This is a very good one too. I got lucky, because sometimes the meat's either purplish or not fully developed. And this is good meat. But it's got wood in it, so I take some of the wood, and I pick the wood out. You don't want any wood in the smoothie. It's got to be pristine white coconut meat. Oh well, you get the drift. And I put that into the coconut, into the Vitamix. And then, to get to the real meat, I crack this open with the axe, boom, two sides. Let me see if I can, and that opens like that. I want to rinse it off inside, and then I use a melon baller. So you take a melon baller, I'm going to get into the meat, and very lightly scrape, because you just want white meat. You don't want any parts of the shell in there. Lightly, you scrape. Just scrape very lightly across there. And this gives it a nice flavor and texture in the smoothie. Okay, so, to your liking, you put more or less coconut meat in there. Come back over here. And now you're going to add the green part of this smoothie. I like to, whatever is available, but the three that I think I like the best are spinach, cilantro, which was grown in our garden, and kale. So a combination of the greens. So let's start with the cilantro. And let's put some of the kale in. Handful of kale. Maybe a little more. Break it up a little bit. And then the rest will be spinach to the top. And I take it all the way to the top of the blender. Do this every single morning. Okay, so those are your greens. I take a little bit of sea salt to bring out the flavor. 1 or 2 twists. And we're ready to roll. Here's the blender. And where's my lid? There's my lid. Okay. This is how I wake up the dog. This is what wakes up my dog in the morning.
What setting is it on?
Low. I started low so no one gets in there. When it gets in there, I gradually. Done. Next, you take your jar, your mason jar, and pour this thing in. And you'll see this has a great looking color to it. It's definitely green. Now all these tastes, the dates are going to sweeten it, the coconut water, the coconut meat, the banana will totally hide the flavor of the green. You won't taste those greens very much at all, but they'll be in there, and that's the good part of it. And you don't want to guzzle this. If I drink this over, I sit down at my computer and spend 45 minutes drinking this, 20 minutes, and you chew it. You don't drink it. You actually chew this, so you mix it. Looks something, I'm not going to drink this whole thing. This is so good. Anybody want to try this? One taste.
Yeah, I think so.
For the cameraman.
Yeah.
A little spicy, but you'll like it. This has a kick to it. Just take one. Okay. You want to clean this up.
That's spicy. Very good.
It is, isn't it? Isn't that a great tasting green smoothie? So what I'll do is I'll put this lid on there, and this will be tomorrow. I won't even have to make it. I'll just use it tomorrow. It'll be chilled. And that's for tomorrow. You could probably put anything you wanted in there if you wanted to. Now, when you drink that, it's spicy, isn't it? Here's the way I cool it off. After I drink that smoothie, I come back into the kitchen and I get a jar, except this size, 2 limes, which I cut up. 2 limes. I need that, yeah. And I take this stuff, which is called Mila, which I have actually in this canister, which is chia seed. And this is a premium chia seed. This is 1 scoop I put in here, 1 scoop. This is the, as far as I'm concerned, the top chia seed on the market is tremendous omega-3 fatty acids. And just, this is a complete whole raw food that I've been eating every single day. I take at least 1 scoop a day of this stuff. And the first thing you need to do once you get it into this jar is to put some water in it, like so. This is filtered water, good clean water. And then you need to cap the lid over it quickly so it doesn't gel or clump up. Shake it up. Shake it up. Take it off. Ah, you got my creamer, right. And take your limes, great vitamin C. Haven't been sick, I haven't gotten a sore throat or a significant illness or sick anything in, I'd say, at least maybe 2 years with this regimen, which I didn't develop overnight. I mean, this took me a couple months before I figured out what I was going to put in the smoothies. But this, the lemon juice goes in, and then you sweeten it with vanilla cream stevia. Vanilla cream.
Zoom in on it.
You're making a limeade. I'm sorry?
Let's just zoom in on it. There you
Got it?
go. Yeah.
Vanilla cream, about that much full on the dropper I put in there. Boom, just to sweeten it. And then I come back to the water over here and I just fill it up just a little bit more. Just a little bit more water. Lid comes back on. Remember, that habanero pepper is very hot, so this is going to cool you down. And at the same time, just get everything, you know, chia seed acts like this huge flush of everything that's toxic. And I just drink this down. I usually guzzle it down. This I don't chew. This I guzzle. But anybody want to try this?
Yeah, have some.
I call it my limeade. With the healthiest whole raw food in the world. And we've had 2 swigs of some great stuff. I do that every day. And now, if you want to know what I do in the morning to stay healthy, this is it. You all have a good day because this is over. Bye.